Hi, this is Jason Palmisano, founder and CEO of Trinity Fitness, in the midst of a leadership series in which I'll cover a different leadership topic in 5 minutes or less. This particular video is called 5 Reflections of a Leader. That's because we're coming into a new year. One of the things I love to do as a leader is particularly take the week between Christmas and New Year's and do some extra reflecting and journaling. And so I simply have come up with 5 reflections from this past year, journaled them, and I'm going to read right from my journal. So here we go. Number 1, organizations need controls, but none of its people want to feel like they're being controlled. Well, if you're going to grow your team, your organization, your ministry, it's going to grow to a point where at some point you need some controls, some systems and processes in place, some clearly defined ways of doing what you do, so everybody stays on the same page, they know what's expected of them, and communication is really clear. We need those controls, but none of us, ourselves included, want to feel like we're being controlled. So what do you do? What's the answer? Well, we have to lead with influence. Simply put, influence is the amount of pull you have in somebody else's life, or their willingness to want to buy into you and follow you as a leader. That's influence. How do you gain influence? As a leader, we genuinely have to care about the people we're leading, care about them on a personal level, step into their lives and help them be successful in their own personal lives, even apart from work. So we have to, a great leader is going to show genuinely that care and concern. As we do, influence naturally goes up. It's not manipulation of any kind. So that's number 1. Number 2, second reflection of a leader, listen to inputs from both critics and allies. Very important. Allies, those would be considered friends. Of course, they're going to have some good inputs, some good feedback for you, but be careful because that could, by nature, have a tendency to be a little bit more flowery. Although there's truth to what they're saying, they like you, they're a friend, so they're going to build you up. Perhaps more than we need to hear. But also listen to critics because there's truth to what they say. And these are folks that they don't necessarily like you or the organization. They've been offended or put off in some way. Their feedback is important and can be more critical than needs to be. So, what do I do personally? I'm a person of faith. I love the Lord, so I'll listen to the inputs, but then I'll take them to God for evaluation and revelation, and then I'll take the truths and go from there. But it's important to listen to both. Reflection number 3, and also I'll say with that is don't take it personally. Never take it personally. Learn from it and then make some adjustments if needed, and then move on from there. Number 3, celebrate every victory, big and small. This is something that I'm still learning to do and get better at. Every person in your organization, volunteer or paid staff, we're going to have victories throughout the year. Make a big deal of them in some way, shape, or form. Recognize them and celebrate them. Number 4, include people in the process. You're going to make changes, your organization's growing. Include other people in the process. Ask them for their opinions, ask them for their inputs. One of the questions I like to ask is, hey, if you were the CEO of Trinity Fitness, what would you do? And then go from there. Now, you may not choose to go in the direction of their suggestion, but at least the people around you will feel heard and listened to. Lastly, the 5th reflection of a leader. People don't necessarily, and this is huge for culture. So really defend your culture, fight for a great culture in your organization. The one phrase or sentence that I've heard that sums up culture the best is this: people will not always remember what you say, but they will always remember how you make them feel. How do people feel when they leave your presence, when they leave your organization? for that day or week or time. So that's huge for culture. 5 reflections of a leader. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, God bless.